Yeah. Hi. We're going to have a fun day. We're going to have an incredibly fun day. We have such a great message for you this morning. I'm so excited about it. I have worked for a few days on getting this message ready for you guys, and I know it's going to bless you. I know it is. So, as you're popping on, say hello. Let me know how your weekend was. You can just let me know in the comments. And I'm just curious. Oh, let me put this here. Is this anybody's first time on Arise and Thrive? Let me know if it's your first time. I will say this. Um, you guys, God has already wrecked me this morning. I left to go get my coffee this morning and my egg bites. And as soon as I get in my car, he wrecked me with a station I never listened to and a song that played that gave me confirmation of something he was already telling me. And I'm going to share more of that if I have time today. It might end up being next Tuesday before you get to hear that, because I've got such a big message for you today. But God's already wrecked me and had me in tears and ready to share a message this morning with you guys of hope. Of if you've ever felt behind in life, in business, in your relationship, let me know in the comment section if that's ever been you. You've just felt like, how in the world is this ever going to be possible for me? Whatever that might look like. And then let me know what area of your life that has been in. What has that, where have you felt that? I just want you to be real. I want you to be honest. Maybe you've even felt like, how could someone like me be used, right? Like, how could someone like me be used by God in such a big way? And so, how many of you that are watching right now, if you didn't see it live, maybe you've seen it on social media after the fact, the Kentucky Derby? Let me know if you've seen the Kentucky Derby. Because here's what I want to talk a little bit about the Kentucky Derby and a little bit about hope. Hope. Okay. Dead last does not mean it's the end of your story. Have you ever felt like you were so far behind that it didn't make sense to keep going? Like the race was already over. Nobody told you to stop running. Like everyone else already knew you weren't going to make it. And honestly, you started to believe that too. Let me know if that's you. Like you believe that maybe the race isn't for you, the race in life, the race in business, the race in a relationship, whatever your race might be. And sometimes I'm in multiple races right now, right? Like sometimes we're in multiple races in our life. And so I watched something happen on Saturday and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I want to share this with you today because I believe God put it right in front of us at the exact right time so that we could see how the impossible is made possible through him. The impossible is made possible through him. So let's paint this picture, okay? The Kentucky Derby. I want to take you back to Churchill Downs on Saturday, May the 2nd of 2026. You've got 150,000 people in the stands. The most famous 2 minutes in sports. It's the 152nd Kentucky Derby. And how long has it been running? It's been running 152 years, since 1875. It's the oldest major sporting event in the United States of America. It's a mile and a quarter. It's called the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. How many of you have ever seen? Most of you probably just associate the Kentucky Derby with large, beautiful hats and people getting all dressed up in their finest. And even I've been like, I'm not even a horse person, but that looks like it would be fun to attend just to get to wear a really ridiculous hat. Like, who's with me there, right? Like, I could go for a cool hat, right? Never really been interested in the horse side of things. But here's the deal. This year, 18 horses lined up. 6 had already been scratched before the race even started. The crowd favorite was Renegade with 5-1 odds. Everybody believed Renegade was going to win. And then you've got Golden Tempo. And the odds for Golden Tempo were 23-1. So you've got Renegade, 5-1 odds. Everybody's like, Renegade is the man. Renegade's doing the thing. Renegade's winning this race. Everybody's putting their money on Renegade. Everybody's like Renegade's biggest fan. Okay. Then you got Golden Tempo. Nobody picked him. Nobody picked Golden Tempo, you guys. 23-1 odds. Almost no one almost, hear that, almost no one believed Golden Tempo had a shot in this race. But before the start, did you know the largest horse in the field, Great White, threw his jockey at the gate, flipped over on his back, and they had to scratch on the spot, and all 18 horses had to exit and reload? Like, that already causes a disruption with these horses and how they're trained, okay? Then the guns fire, and Golden Tempo gets bumped. He gets shoved. He gets pushed to the back. He's dead last. He's 18th out of 18. Barely visible on the screen. Now, I am going to... Michelle, can you share your screen if I have this up or no?
Great. Possibly.
In fact, if you can, I can get it down. Just let me know.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I want you guys to watch this.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. And a great start early for So Happy and Wonder Dean. Wonder Dean racing out there with speed, and so too 6 Speed from the far outside. And down toward the rail is Denon Bourbon, 4 across the track by the stands for the first time. And here comes 6 Speed with his speed, and 6 Speed leads the way with a circuit to go. So Happy just off racing in second to Denon Bourbon toward the inside third. A charge in behind them. Incredible is buried at the inside fourth. Potente bounced around in fifth, 3 wide. Emerging Market in sixth, 4 wide. Wonder Dean in seventh, 5 wide. Pavlovian in eighth. Further ado, racing in ninth. Chief Wallaby reserved, while 10th Robusta is 11th. Intrepido toward the inside is racing in 12th. And then it's Commandment by another 2 to Incredible, who's already 12 lengths off the lead, and then another margin of 8 lengths back. Renegade is 15 lengths off the lead down the backstretch run as they head toward the far turn. O'Sully's alongside him. Albus and Golden Tempo so far behind. 46 into a spirited half mile. They hit the far turn. 6 Speed has the speed. Does he have the stamina? They round the far turn. Denon Bourbon is poised. So Happy 3 wide right there. An Emerging Market is sent through toward the inside, has to quicken. Further ado, Commandment is coming with his rally now as they round the far turn, and O'Sully is picking it up with a wide bid as they come for the top of the stretch where Denon Bourbon has taken charge. Denon Bourbon's off the turn, and he's got a 3-length lead heading for the 8th pole. O'Sully and Commandment are closing in. Renegade rolling down the top of the track, and Golden Tempo from far behind. Denon Bourbon trying to fend off O'Sully. Renegade, and here's Golden Tempo. Golden Tempo from off the pace to win the Derby, and a career-defining, a racing-defining win for Cherie DeVaux.
You guys, no, not this one yet, Michelle.
Nope.
Okay, and then there's some people in the waiting room, if you don't mind letting them in real quick. You guys, dead last. Did you notice they didn't even mention his name until literally the last few seconds? Coming into the final turn, he was 7 lengths behind the leader. In a horse race, that's a canyon, you guys. That is so huge. And then you had Jose Ortiz make a decision. He made a decision. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear every piece of this, because this all is applicable to your business, to your life, to your relationships. And you've heard me teach on this. You've heard me preach on this, that whenever something shifts, whenever something changes in your life, it's because you make a decision. And oftentimes those decisions make you look a little crazy. They make you look a little wacko. And so he makes a decision. He takes Golden Tempo to the outside, the widest possible path around the entire field. The horse has to run farther than every other horse in the race. He has to cover more ground in less time, and it's 1,000% against the odds. That is what he had to overcome. Dead last, furthest, the furthest out, the least amount of time against all odds in the last and final seconds to pull out this historical massive win. And God just painted this picture of me that is how I operate. That is how I operate. He operates in the impossible. He operates in the realm of it has to be possible through him and not you so that he gets the credit and your ego doesn't become the size of Kentucky. Okay? You following me here? He catches one horse and then another and then another. And the crowd starts to feel something happening. He hits the stretch and he is flying. He is in momentum. He is running down Renegade, the favorite, and he wins by a neck. And do you know, it doesn't matter how much you win by. All that matters is that you win. And then I want to talk about the trainer. Some of you may or may not have caught this part of the story, but every part of the story is important, just like every part of your story is important. I spent a lot of time over the last 2 weekends. If you've seen in my travels, in my stories, I spent some time with the Queens in Dallas, and then I spent some time at a ministry/business event in Houston, Texas. And one of the things that has just been so eye-opening for me is that God works in your mess and through your mess to build your story so that you can get to where he wants you to be. None of it is wasted. The time isn't wasted. The heartache isn't wasted. The hard times you've walked through are not wasted. Let's talk about Cherie. Every winning horse has a trainer. And here's where I want you to understand this. Every person that you see winning and can keep winning has a mentor. They have a mentor. And if they don't, you need to run. I'll even put myself out there. If you see I'm not being mentored, stop listening to me. Don't listen to me anymore. If I don't have somebody pouring into me, you stop listening to me. Okay? Do we have a deal? Put deal in the chat if we have a deal. And then tell me we got a deal that you're going to stop listening to people who aren't being mentored. Because every winning horse, every winning human has a mentor, has a trainer. The person who sees what the horse is capable of before anyone else does, who puts in years of unseen work, who prepares them for a moment the world will watch, even when the world isn't watching yet. She was 44 years old. She was born and raised in Sarasota Springs, New York, one of the most historic horse racing towns in America. She grew up in the world. Her brother Jimmy is a driver and a trainer. Her sister Adrienne began training in 2024. Her husband David is a thoroughbred bloodstock agent. Horses are the family business. She spent more than a decade, you guys, being an assistant trainer, learning under other people, doing the work behind the scenes, never getting the credit. Behind the scenes, what work, my question for you is, what work have you been doing behind the scenes so that when God is ready to elevate you, when God is ready to take you to that next level, you're ready? Most of you are avoiding the hard work behind the scenes for God to use you in the season he has for you. By 2017, she was burned out. How many of you have ever felt burned out? Put burned out in the chat if you've ever felt burnt out. And she was at a crossroads and she didn't know what was going to come next. She said, I was burned out from being an assistant trainer. I wanted to do more for myself. So in 2018, she left, walked away from the security of working under someone else and launched her own stable. She decided to bet on herself. Most of you aren't betting on yourself. And you're wondering why the thing that you want so badly isn't coming to pass. Most of you are thinking of all the things that could go wrong instead of saying, what do I have to lose if I just go for it? Worst case scenario, you stay where you are. You're already there. What if? What if you bet on you and something shifts and something changes? So she broke through at the Breeders' Cup, one of racing's biggest stages. Now, here's the weight of what happened on Saturday. In 152 years of the Kentucky Derby, only 18 women have ever trained a horse that made it to Derby Day. Okay? 18 women in 152 years. Men dominate this sport. The best finish by a female trainer before Saturday was Shelley Riley in 1992. She got second place. And what do we know from Talladega Nights? If you ain't first, you're last, right? Nobody, did you know who Shelley Riley was? No, nobody remembers Shelley Riley. She wasn't first. That was 34 years ago. After that, women came, women tried, but the winner's circle stayed closed until Saturday. Michelle, will you play the other video?
Yes.
Can you believe it? I might pee my pants. You can definitely put that on.
They're in the gates.
Okay.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. And a great start early for So Happy and Wonder Dean. Toward the outside comes Emerging Market as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Further Ado is getting going. On the far outside of the Gambit. They're both putting in their runs as they arrive into the final furlong. O'Sally is also gaining ground. On the far outside as they come to the last 16th of the mile. Jamal Corbin is good. O'Sally and his also ready to hit Golden Tempo. Closes two. Here's Golden Tempo. Golden Tempo and Serena Moore make history in the Kentucky Derby over Renegade at a final time of 2:02.27 seconds.
Oh my God. Oh my.
How many of you are crying right now? You're just a disaster. You're like, that is so powerful what just happened. It is so incredibly powerful. Saturday, Cherie, the first Kentucky Derby woman to ever win, did it. She had never entered a horse before in her life. It was the first time she entered a horse in this race. After the race, in the winner's circle, crying, holding her nephew Maverick, surrounded by her husband, her sister, her daughter, she says, being a woman or my gender has never really crossed my mind in this journey of mine. I'm glad I can be a representative of women everywhere, that we can do anything we set our minds to. And before the race, she said this: the only thing I want to do in my career is to be the first female to win a Kentucky Derby. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to fail to be able to succeed. 8 years after betting on herself, her first attempt, 150 years of Kentucky Derby history, and it was broken by her. But we're still not done. We got to talk about the jockey, Jose Ordez. He's 32 years old. He's from Puerto Rico. Horse racing was literally in his blood. His grandfather was a jockey. His uncle was a jockey. His older brother was a jockey. One of the best riders in the world. He came to the United States in 2012 with a dream and almost nothing else. How many of you feel like you have a dream and quite literally almost nothing else? Like you're hanging on by a thread to this dream that you have. He won his first American race shortly after arriving. Trainers and owners noticed immediately. By 2016, he led all of North America in wins, 351 victories in a single year. In 2017, he won the Eclipse Award for Outstanding Jockey, the highest individual honor in the sport. And he won the Baltimore Stakes, and he won the, I don't even know what this one is, Preakness Stakes, right? Clearly, I'm not a horse person. I like the hats. I've already told you guys that. We started with I like the hats, right? Before Saturday, he had won every Triple Crown race except the Kentucky Derby. And he entered the Kentucky Derby 10 different times with 0 wins. This is a man considered to be one of the greatest jockeys alive. And the one race he wanted most, he could not close. And Saturday was his 11th attempt. How many of you feel like you're in your 11th attempt at the thing, right? You're like, my God in heaven, it would be fantastic if I could just make it happen. And here's what's even crazier. You know who was on the horse right next to him? Who he was competing against? Riding the horse that was favored by everyone? His brother. So now you've got your brother on the horse that's favored 5-1, and you're over here on Golden Tempo, 23-1, and you're like, that's lovely. How many of you like sounds about right for my life? I get old Golden Tempo, and of course my brother gets Renegade. And you've thought that about people. You've made that comparison with people. You're unhappy with where God has you. And so you don't take the necessary action or have the belief that God can overcome the greatest of greatest odds in your life if you're willing to believe. In 152 years of the Kentucky Derby, sibling jockeys have raced against each other only 12 times. Did you know 9 of those 12? It was the brothers. Their parents were in the stands watching both of their sons. Jose gets bumped at the start, falls to last, takes the wide path and starts running down the field. The last horse he catches, the horse he had to pass to win, is his brother. He beat his own brother to win his first Kentucky Derby on attempt number 11. And he said, this is a dream come true. This is the biggest race in the world, and I get to ride in it almost every year. But to win, it's special. And I want you to hear what he said there. But I get to ride in it every year. I lost every year. Not I've never won. I get to. Some of you need to reframe your words about what you get to walk through so that when you win, you actually appreciate it. I've seen people in our space win and win big because of momentum, because of a product launch, because all the stars aligned and the right people joined in the organization, and they squander it. It's like a broke person winning the lottery. They'll lose their money. He said, I get to. So a horse nobody believed in, a trainer who had never entered the race before in an industry that had shut women out for 152 years, and a jockey from Puerto Rico on attempt number 11 who had to run farther than everyone else and pass his own brother to win, dead last at the start of the race to finish first. And you think the odds are stacked against you. You've counted yourself out. You've decided God can't do what he said he could do all throughout his words. I can do all things through those who believe. Not those who complain, not those who are lazy, not those who compare, but those who believe. Did you know Golden Tempo? Let's talk about Golden Tempo for a minute. What the name means. Do you know what? This is just so good. It's like God did it all by himself. Tempo means timing, and golden means precision, chosen, and rare. Golden tempo is God's timing is golden, and it's never, ever late. I want to show you something because I watched that race and I didn't see a horse. I seen a pattern. I seen a pattern that God has been writing into human history since the very beginning of time. He has always chosen the most unlikely people. He has always worked through the ones everyone counted out. This is not new. I would love to tell you your story is unique, sweet friend, but it's not. This is how he works. This is who he is. How many of you know David and Goliath? You've heard that story, right? I love this story so much because David's just out shepherding the field. All the best soldiers are like, oh, what do we do? He's so big. We're doomed. And David's annoyed. He's annoyed. He was like, I would love to picture this. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna find David. I just want to be like, show me the look on your face you had. I want to see the look you had on your face when you did this. He wasn't scared. I've even heard people say, David had to be scared. David wasn't scared. He went in authority of the one who made him. He said, you come against me with a sword and a spear and a javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. He was like, you're an absolute joke. You're a joke. Yeah, I know. I look small. I'm just a little shepherd, dude. But you're about to lose, and you're about to lose big. David was so overlooked that his own father didn't call him in from the field. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king of Israel, he wasn't even considered. King Saul told him he couldn't fight. You're just a boy. How many people have had people tell them, that's not going to work for you? Oh, you're in one of those things. Good luck with that thing. Oh, it's one of those, oh, yeah, it's one of those things. The entire Israelite army, every trained soldier, every experienced warrior was frozen in fear, standing still. David ran towards the giant with a sling and a stone. When everyone else saw a giant too big to beat, David saw a target too big to miss. Are you hearing me here? The giant in front of you is loud. It looks impossible. Your numbers may not look like what they need to look like. People might be telling you that you're not qualified. You run towards it anyways. You don't come in your own name. You come in the name of something bigger. Let's talk about Moses and the Red Sea. The one who was completely surrounded. How many of you have ever felt completely surrounded? Completely surrounded by debt, completely surrounded by negativity, completely surrounded by fear, completely stuck. In Exodus 14:13-14, do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. The Israelites thought they were free. Then they looked up. Red Sea in front of them, Pharaoh's army thundering behind them, and there was no way out. How many of you have ever felt like your situation, there is no way out? It is impossible. The people turned to Moses. Was it because there was no graves in Egypt that you brought us here to die? They're like, this is it. We're going to die right here. They wanted to go back to slavery. Some of you would rather go back to being a slave of what you said you wanted out of than to believe God for what he can actually do to move your life forward. Moses had no plan, no boat, no bridge, no path forward. And God said, stretch out your staff and the sea will split. Now, most people will be like, wow, so clearly I'm delusional now too. Clearly I'm crazy. Reach out my staff and the sea will split. There is a moment in business, maybe for you right now, where you feel completely surrounded, no way forward, and the pull to go back to what's familiar is so strong. It's like pulling you, like gravity keeps you on the ground. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment right before the sea splits. You've got to make a decision that you're not going back to Egypt. What about the cross? The one everyone gave up on. Luke 23:35 and John 19. He saved others. Let him save himself if he is God's Messiah and the chosen one. The disciples scattered. His closest friends ran. Peter denied him 3 times. The crowd mocked him. The religious leaders celebrated. Rome called it finished. From every human angle, it was over. Defeat, the end. Even the thief on the cross beside him said, aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us. Friday looked like death. Saturday looked like silence, like nothing. But then what happened? Sunday came. The greatest comeback in the history of the world didn't look like a comeback until it was already done. How many of you have ever felt mocked? Maybe the mocking is just the voices in your head. It's the enemy, the voice in your head. You will not succeed. You aren't good enough. You aren't worthy. Quit now. Look at you. Look around you. Look at your numbers. Look what you're doing. Look how stupid you are. Look how foolish you look. No one's going to take you serious. Any of those thoughts is not coming from your heavenly Father. They're coming from the enemy. And I want to be clear about something. The enemy doesn't play fair. He doesn't ever plan to play fair. He wants to take you out. And you need to treat this like a sport. And in sports, we play to what? What do we play to do, Aaron Hedges? We play to win. I've never seen a team go out and say, well, I want to lose today. I mean, sometimes, if you've been a Vol fan the last decade, sometimes you question it. Maybe they did come to lose. I don't know. It's looking a little rough. But no, in reality, they came to win. This month, you don't want to talk about it. Like, you don't want to talk about the things that you can do. Instead, you want to talk about what he can do through you. Stop trying to find you a partner to complain with. Instead, find you a partner to war with, to win with. It's easy to be like, oh, Michelle, I know, girl, I know. Me too. Girl. I know. And did you hear? Oh, yeah. I know. I know. We probably should look at that. You're so distracted, you can't even see the sea that God could part for you to make a way for the thing that he has for you. What looks like a Friday is not your final chapter. Sunday is coming. Do not let your Fridays define you. Let's talk about Joseph. He was sold by his own brothers, thrown in prison for something he didn't do. Years in the dark, ended up second in command of Egypt. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. How many of you have been harmed by people, hurt by people, talked about by people, that it just makes you feel like, I don't even know if I want to do this. It's been too much. I had this huge revelation this weekend when I was at this event. And God gave me this vision of why I had to walk through something that I walked through. And it gave me so much freedom from that situation. I didn't go to physical prison, but it felt like a mental prison because of the action someone else was taking against me. And I felt defenseless. And people believed it. Esther, an orphan girl, hidden identity, no power, no platform. Hear me here. No power, no platform, an orphan. Became the queen and saved her entire people for such a time as this. Gideon. God called him a mighty warrior while he was hiding in a wine press, then told him to send most of his army home so there'd be no question who got credit. 32,000 soldiers down to 300, and they won. You think the size of your team is too small for God to multiply. You know, God's in the multiplication business, right? He's in the multiplication business. And you know something even more powerful about this? Do you know where the word says where two or more are gathered together? This is why it's important for you to have somebody to go to war with, to pray with, because when you get in prayer and in alignment and in agreement with people who know and love Jesus, multiplication starts to happen. When I told you God wrecked me this morning in my car to go get my coffee, it's because God's in the multiplication business. And because he's so sweet, he gave me confirmation of something he told me 2 weekends ago in the most unlikely way. What about Mary Magdalene? The first witness to the resurrection wasn't a king, a priest, or a disciple. It was a woman who had been delivered from 7 demons. God chose her to carry the greatest news in human history. Do you see the pattern here? I want you to see the pattern in all these people that I just told you about. God doesn't pick the obvious choice. He doesn't pick or play favorites. He picks the one who's willing to keep running, even from last place. So I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're so far behind that it doesn't make sense to keep going? Yes or no in the chat. Golden Tempo didn't know he was in last place. The horse didn't know. He just ran. He didn't look back. And he didn't look at the 17 horses that headed him. He just ran his race on his path at his tempo. Cherie didn't wait for an engraved invitation from a sport that had shut women out for 152 years. She showed up with her first horse and she won. And Jose walked onto the track for the 11th time and rode like it was the first time he'd ever had the chance, because every time is the first time you've had the chance for this moment. Where are you right now? At the Red Sea? Where everything feels stacked behind you and there's no way forward? At the cross? Dead last at the gate? What giant is standing in front of you that has you frozen? What's the thing pulling you back towards Egypt and slavery? When all God's asking you to do is run your race and believe in what he tells you is true about you, and to keep taking the next right action in the face of everything that tells you it's not possible. Every person, every thought, you keep running. We're going to close with this. Lord, I just thank you for every single person that's going to see this now and see this later. Lord, I thank you for the revelation you give them, for the hope that you give them, for the race that you have for them, for the people that they are meant to impact, Lord. Lord, I pray that your Holy Spirit rises up in them and gives them the courage to continue to move forward and not look back, to continue to move forward and not go back to slavery, to what is comfortable. And Satan, I bind you. I bind you in the name of Jesus from their thoughts, making them feel like they aren't worthy, that they'll never win a race, that their past is going to define them. You are a liar. You are a liar. And we don't accept lies from the enemy. And I pray that you rise up as the kings and queens that you are and remember who you serve. I thank you, Lord, that you're going to bring people from the north, the south, the east, and the west that are meant to do life and to do business with them. I pray that they will get a mentor, someone that pours into them. I pray that they will have relationships that go to war with them, that do not complain and murmur and talk about others with them. And Lord, I thank you. I thank you that their last minute victory will give you all the glory, that they will be able to tell their story for generations to come, and that they'll have their God moment. And Lord, I pray for anyone who doesn't know you will reach out so they can personally know you as their Lord and Savior. And Lord, anyone that's on here right now that's hurting, that's suffering, going through anything, I just pray that you comfort them. And I pray all of these things in your precious name. Amen. All right, you guys. I love you. I believe in you. And I believe the best is yet to come for each and every one of you. Go get in some prayer today and ask God where you need work, where you need refinement, and what he has for you. Everything you're looking for, every answer you're looking for has already been answered in the Word of God. All you got to do is open the book and read it. It's your life manual. Don't be like my husband when we get a new piece of furniture and he's like, I don't know why we have those leftover scrolls and those instructions. Don't even need them. I got this. Use your manual. Use the manual God gave you for life. I love you so much. Bye, everyone.